Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video of Keep It Simple Stupid. And today this should be a pretty quick one. We're just going to discuss what is a base excess / deficit on an ABG, which just stands for arterial blood gas made simple. Now, the reason that I wanted to make a video about this is that I was in the trauma ICU working, and a respiratory therapist handed me the results of an ABG, and they were like, "Oh, check out that base excess. That's pretty impressive." I had no idea what a base excess was or how to interpret it. So that was kind of embarrassing, but you live and you learn. And hence, because I could not read it, now I am making this video. So if you're watching this before you go on a emergency medicine or critical care rotation, you will have a basic understanding of this so that you can interpret it and look like a smart person. Right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about this in some more detail. All right, so step one here, just kind of basic definition. So what is the definition of base excess? So the simplistic view of this is that it quantifies the metabolic or non-respiratory component of acid-base disturbance on an ABG. Now, this video is going to assume you have a little bit of a basic understanding of acid-base disturbances, right? So you should know that there can be a metabolic and a respiratory component to either an acidemia or an alkalemia. But the importance of the base excess is that it is looking at the metabolic component. And then here's a little more in-depth definition, is that the base excess, it represents the amount of strong acid or base in millimoles per liter needed to return the pH to 7.4. If we remember, 7.4 is normal, right? That's good. And then it is under these conditions, it is assuming that the PaCO2 is 40, and then also you want a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius. By isolating these factors, with the PaCO2 of 40, you're getting rid of the respiratory component. And then by assuming the temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, you are assuming that the patient is a normal physiologic state. Final point here is that when you are handed the results of an arterial blood gas, I don't know what hospital you might be working in, but I know the one I was at, you could see the result of the ABG on the electronic medical record, but the quick results would come and it almost looked like a receipt with the base excess would be at the very bottom. And here's the important thing to know. So there's a normal range for a base excess. It's going to be -2 to +2, and that's going to be measured in millimoles per liter. And again, the important thing to know here is that if the base excess is more negative than -2, you have a metabolic acidosis. If the base excess is greater than +2, you have a metabolic alkalosis, right? So again, normal range here. If it's more negative than -2, you have a acidosis. If you are more positive than 2, you have a metabolic alkalosis. And this can be important, for example, in the setting of diabetic ketoacidosis or trauma or sepsis, where you want to know what the metabolic component of a patient's pH disturbance is. And the base excess will essentially give you a straight answer. Are they in a metabolic acidosis or a metabolic alkalosis? All right, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Please shoot me a message if you would like me to make another video about a specific topic, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.